Hey, Cleveland, check it out. Psycho Mike here, back with Masterz of Mayhem, and I'm hanging out with Dez from Cold Chamber, one of my favorite bands. Anyway, Dez, you've already interviewed you before on a previous show, but I want to ask you some questions that we didn't get to ask you on the last one. So I want to start with, where the hell are you coming from? Where are you hailing from?
Where am I hailing from? Right. Coming from Los Angeles, California. The band's from Hollywood, and we formed in about '96. Me and Meeks found each other. Started another project called She's in Pain. She was in pain. Put her to rest, and then that's it. Now the rest is, Cold Chamber history.
Okay. Who's some of your musical influences?
I mean, everything from Black Flag to Pantera to, Judas Priest to Black Sabbath to old school Circle Jerks to, Rob Zombie to, White Zombie, I should say. Always, man. I love everything. I listen to, like, from Billie Holiday to black metal. That's like my, in essence, man. That's cool.
So, all right, we switch it up. Well, he's got folders and albums of CDs, so I'm going to ask you what's on the CD player now.
Move this stuff. Right now I'm listening to Hank Williams III. And
that's just CDs. and he's got books he brings home with him.
And reading Aleister Crowley, Magic Without Tears. It's pretty good. It's a bunch of letters written to him, and I just like to check out everything, all religions.
All right, now I'm going to ask you 2 questions about the band. Are anything different with the personnel change? With Raina gone, taking care of the baby, there's a personnel change. Is there any change in the music?
I will say this. She has a much more aggressive feel on stage live. Nadia does. So really, to bring her in added a really refreshing essence to us, and another characteristic that was like, we all like to be torturous on stage, and so she ended up being that person. And really, I'm very fond of her. Yeah, I'm real fond of Nadia. So
that's cool. I mean, I've got to see her, which we'll see tonight, and I'm sure I'll be impressed because she's got a very good choice of musicians behind you.
You watch her, like, watch how she grips her bass. She's gripping it. She's not just kind of just playing it.
She's beating it up.
Yeah, and I like that. She's kind of musician's musician. That's the way I feel.
She's great. The music. Well, you want to tell me a little bit about Dark Days? Which is your new CD, by the way.
Dark Days came out about a month ago. Maybe a little longer. Doing really well. It took us about 2.5, 3 months to actually physically do the music, because we were all doing it separate. None of us were in there together ever.
Well, that makes it a bit hard, doesn't it?
And Cold Chamber isn't that band. That we don't really hang out together. Cool. I mean, like, for instance, right now we have 2 buses. I live on my own bus with a certain amount of crew, and they live on their bus with a certain amount of crew, and that's just how we do things. And that kind of makes the music what Cold Chamber is. We never get together in a room and kind of drink beer and write. They send me songs, I send them lyrics, we get together, and by the time we do that, there's either no wasted time or we haven't gotten the essence of the beer-drinking buddy band thing, but we just don't do that, it's not our thing.
You can't tell about the music. Music sounds like you're all locked into and just jamming.
Well, we are with what we do. That's because we let the different aspects of our life and characteristics of our personalities stay the hell away from each other until it's time to do the music.
And then once you get on stage,
right,
it's good.
Right, and it's got to be that way. It's good.
As from Leonard Skinner with Ronnie Van Zant used to like to feel the stage burn, man.
That's it, and that's our thing too. We do 6 nights a week most of the time. So a lot of the bands that are on our tours with us, you see them after like 3 weeks, and they're like, I can't take it anymore. We're like, get going. You got 2 more months left. Of this kind of schedule.
You're twice this year already. We've seen you first at the Jägermeister tour.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good time.
That was a packed house.
That was a good time.
A lot of good bands on that bill. I mean, you guys are. Since I brought it up, since you're always on the road, you got any kind of good road stories you want to share?
Road stories. We've had a lot of road stories. I mean, when we were in an RV, we had our driver fall asleep at the wheel and almost kill us. When we had our first bus, literally our first bus picked us up in Los Angeles. We drove to Arizona. We went to sleep in the truck stop. We were supposed to wake up in Texas in the morning, and our driver, God bless his soul, Richard, died in the truck stop. Our first bus ever. So, I mean, road stories go back, 6 years, but, the most...
I heard bits and pieces. That's where that's where you hooked up with the Osbournes, isn't it?
That's where we hooked up with the Osbournes. We were on the phone with Sharon and Ozzy, and they were like, we got to get you out of the desert, we were sitting in the desert.
Thank you.
So, yeah. And I love that family. So, but I mean, road stories, they go far and deep with this band.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's some cool stories.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm going to ask you one more question. Is there any new tattoos you want to talk about? I'm definitely a tattoo fan. I used to do them
Paul Booth?
Oh, definitely. Paul Booth. There you go.
The master of all
I got a
darkness.
Geiger here that I colored in, which I just
Nice.
made a mess of.
Yeah, see, we put them both like together.
Exactly.
Paul Booth.
Cole, you want to plug your artist?
Paul Booth. Paul Booth out of New York City. Probably take you about 3 years to get an appointment, but it's well worth it. And not only that, he's a really nice guy. So,
well, I want to thank you very much. I wish you luck.
Thank you,
with
brother.
Dark Days.
Thank you, brother.
I know it's going to be successful. You guys kick my ass. I enjoy it. My family enjoys it.
Nice.
So that's not that that's strange. But that's a good thing, man.
Oh, we appreciate
it a family thing.
Yeah, we love the support, man. Rock and roll should be a family thing, that's for sure.
Dude, the family that rocks together stays together.
That's true. I got a 4-year-old son, and he wakes up to Pantera and stuff, so he loves it, and he puts it on. And we'll cry if he can't find the CDs, and the CD he's looking for is Acid Bath, and it's like, oh, that's good.
Well, we just interviewed Phil about a week ago with Superjoint. I was surprised. He wouldn't grant one to MTV, but we were a little show in Cleveland.
Of course,
Minnesota.
It's all about the fanzine and all about that.
Yeah,
it's been one of my best friends for like 5 years, man.
Good people.
One of my best friends, and good guy.
He when he came through the town, though. He was a little bit gray. I mean,
every time I see that band down or Superjoint, I fucking can't. I lose my mind because the musicianship and everything going on there is nothing like what's happening now.
No. Actually, it's back to old school, sort of. I mean, the way it should be.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother. You're watching Masters of Mayhem.
3, 2.
This is Des from Coal Chamber. You're watching Masters of Mayhem.